The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
That's right. Sometimes they're funny.
There you go. You won't feel so bad.
Yes, I do actually.
Sometimes they're serious.
My daughter made an incredible squash vegetable soup.
But they're always real.
Do you use a regular toothbrush or do you have like an electronic toothbrush?
And will tell you the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
Vaya mi gente, what's going on?
Welcome to the Luis Guzman and the Casper Martinez. Whatever you want, como te entra la fragancia. Moment.
That was really amazing. I love our intros. I love our high energy. What's going on? What you drinking there, buddy? I got me some water. What you got over there?
I got some water, and then over here, I have some tea, and I put some turmeric in it, and a little bit of ginseng.
Cool. I always put turmeric in my
nobody asked you
in the morning.
Anyway,
and
then I got a little fruit bowl.
Ay, bendito te.
Viste. And yes, making a very special return. Papo's banana bread. That's right.
I love it. At least we have a full menu for this show. And this is a full show as well, man. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up tonight, Louis. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man. Tell me, what do you got coming up? Talk to me.
Well, later on in the show, we're going to have a friend of the show, David Mars. You know David Mars well. You're always talking about your Louis and Bear stories. So he came up.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Louis and the Bears. So a couple of those later on in the show. Definitely want your reaction. I want to give David a lot of fucking love for doing that because it was hysterical. He sent them to me and we have to share them. And of course, with us once again tonight is our homegirl, Jackie Quiñónes, is going to be with us in a little while to hang out on the show. You know, last time I didn't talk a little about Jackie, but let me let you know a little about her, man. You know, Jackie's a third-generation Puerto Rican writer-director from Queens, New York, repping Nueva York.
Queens?
Yep. Jackie's from Queens.
Ah, no, man, that killed it for me. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Continue. No, it's all good. You know, her debut short film Sick garnered multiple accolades, including a Emmy Award in the thriller suspense category. Louis saw it. I got to see it a couple of days ago, and it's pretty badass. I'm really proud of what Jackie's doing. She's going to be joining us tonight talking. We have a segment that we're going to be introducing with Jackie. Of course she's going to be talking, Casper. That's what people do. They talk.
Yes, they do. They talk. Se manifestan, hablan me.
You know.
Tonight talking
okay,
about.
No. Go ahead, bro. You're doing really good. I just want to help you along.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that, my brother. But yes, tonight she's going to be talking about her segment, Mujeres en Media, which is going to be part of the Luis Guzman show. We've already got a couple of them going. I really love what she's doing with that. I'm excited for it to be part of the show. And tonight it's Momma versus Dr. Melendez, because we have, of course, you from Momma in Code Black. Everybody knows that Louis worked as a nurse on that show. But we have Nicholas Gonzales is going to be here with Dr. Nabi, executive producer project, which I'm excited about. And I want him to speak with us about that tonight. Pero yeah, bro, that's it. I told you we have a full show, bro. Full show.
Okay, well, mira. So as always, before we continue, we want to send out our love and respect and our support to, you know, all the frontline people, our nurses, our medical staff, our doctors, you know, our law enforcement, you know, firemen, delivery people, social workers, teachers, you know, those people that work those minimum wage jobs, you know, and show up to work every day, and to all those people that check on our elders, and thank you all. Thank you. I'm sending you on behalf of our show, our love, our support, our respect. So thank you. And I want to give a special thing out here to the people of Lebanon, man, because that was like, man, I saw that video. That was like catastrophic. I swear, I thought I was looking at like an atomic bomb blow up.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the facts are because people saying that doesn't look like fireworks, but really, my heart goes out to go out there.
You know? Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So continuing on, you know?
Yeah.
Have you had dinner yet?
Actually, I had 2 soft shell tacos, but I really haven't had dinner because I'm actually doing a 9 to 5.
Did you make them? Did you make them?
No, Christina did.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know,
all right.
Yo estaba trabajando my regular 9 to 5 here.
Okay.
And it's from right there, a desk right there, bro.
All right.
So,
hey, is it my imagination or Gustavo? Why can't I see my comments and my people up here?
That's true.
You have me on a leash, bro?
I don't know.
No, I don't got you on a leash. I can't.
Mira.
A ver acá. Guess.
A ver.
I was just about to say because I don't see anybody.
Viste? Yo, I mean, I don't know. I think that bad right now that nobody wants to hang out with us. Coño. But you know what, Casper? The truth is, we have each other and Jackie.
Yes, we do. Yes,
so,
you're absolutely right. It's all about you and me and you. Let me go here. Okay, there we go. No, I had to log on to the página to see what's going on. Para ver quién está aquí jangueando con nosotros esta noche. Because I already know that. ¿Cómo fue?
So what do you see?
I'm trying to go to it, but here we go.
Billy Evelyn Lopez says, I see you. Okay, all right, beautiful. Now we got it going. People. That's a beautiful thing.
I got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep commenting, guys, because if they don't see it, they blame me, and then I get the short end of the stick. Thanks.
Well, you know what? Yeah. It's not the short end of the stick, okay? This is what you bought into, all right? Handle it. Swallow it.
Yeah, please comment.
Aquí estamos. Ahora estoy viendo ahí. What's going on, Rocky? Rocky's in the house. Thank you for being with
Casper. You gotta be like a little more enthusiastic. Rocky, like come on, man. Come on, what? You gotta get back the same energy, okay? Tú estás muy freaking cómodo.
That's right. I'm in my house in shorts. How much more comfortable can I be? Or do you want me to be animated like a WWE? Let me tell you something, little brother. We are here tonight. We are live. We got Louis Guzman, a.k.a. Pachanga, and Casper the Fat Bastard Martinez. Is that exciting for you?
You know what? I think you just discovered something. Wow. I'll be honest with you. I was finally impressed. What's up, Matt?
Wow. Yo, Matt, what's going on? He says, now we just need Izzy and it's a party. That's right. Shout out to Izzy.
No, Izzy. Sorry. No can do. I can't go for that. No, but thank you very much. Yo, so check this out. Any of you guys ever get like an email or something like that? I got right before we came out, I got an email from Google, and they say, yo, we just updated your voice and audio on your Google account. So it's like, that's kind of saying to me, yo, we went into the bank and we went to the ATM and we punched in some numbers to make sure that we're yours. So you're good.
Yeah, that's creepy because I got that about an hour ago. We recently
You
updated
too?
this.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit, mira.
listen.
No, Casper, here's the problem now. Now we have another freaking virus.
It says your Google Assistant can now understand language even better in the future to keep you in control of your settings.
Okay.
Big Brother's still watching us, bro. That's what's going
All
on.
right.
Big Brother está mirando. But that's creepy. I just got that email, man. And I was like, they updated my audio. What the hell are they talking about?
Yo, Casper, I got to ask you a question, like straight up, okay? Straight up. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Matt, just so you know, living in Vermont on a farm, fresh air, I stopped eating meat, stop eating fish. I would say like 90%, okay? We got a garden here. I made a salad today from the garden. One of my neighbors gave me a zucchini. I made zucchini spaghetti. And look, Casper's not even interested.
I'm listening. Hold on.
So thank you for the whole thing of looking.
Go ahead, Papito. No, I was having a little technical difficulty with my screen.
No, I saw that. You gave me a lot of ass there.
Te di la nalga. So go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, coño. Anyway, listen, Casper, I got a question for you. All right. Have you ever been hit up by a guy, and how did that make you feel?
The answer is yes.
Yes!
And
you are not the only one, but go ahead.
I know. Here's the funny thing. Because he first of all, he was an older guy. Second, we were like roommates because we were all living in this 4-story house in Spanish Harlem together. And third, I just laughed and basically passed on it. Like, if he was asking me if I wanted to take a pull of his joint, and I didn't want to because he was like, Casper, can I give you a blow job?
Are you kidding me?
No. And I go, nah, I'm good, Jim. I'm good. Thanks, bro. You have a good night. He's like, okay, I'll see you in the morning. But that was pretty much how it went, And then the next morning, of course, when he woke up sober, he apologized. He's like, Casper, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, Jim.
I think you told me the story.
But yeah, like I said, the answer was yes, and that's what went down. Why? Have you had that happen to you?
Oh, yeah. I get hit on all the time, man.
That's funny. What do you do? What do you say?
Well, hold on. You didn't answer the second part of the question.
What was that?
How did that make you feel?
I'm not gonna lie. You feel a little awkward, but at the same time, because he was such a good friend, I was like, hey, listen, everybody has.
You want to let him have some.
I thought about it. I was like, nobody knows. Nobody's here. No. No, actually, no. I didn't. Here's the funny thing. At first, I'm thinking, man, what the hell's wrong with him? He knows that I don't swing that way. Why would he ask that? But then I know we were hanging out. We were all drinking, and we have needs. And he just threw it out there. And he wanted to see if I bit, and I didn't. And the next day, he apologized, and life kept on. It wasn't that serious to me.
I have a story.
Oh, do you?
Oh, okay, all right. But listen.
Think
about what you're gonna say first, okay?
It's really. I was hit on by a childhood. I guess I used to watch his cartoons. Really famous comedian guy. Has your same first name. I'm not going to say who exactly, but I was in his penthouse here in Las Vegas after a breakfast, and man, he just turned it up. You got a nice ass. This and that, just hitting me, man. I felt like a piece of meat.
Well, get up. I want to see if you have a nice ass. I don't know.
No. But you got 5 kids. You gotta have a nice ass.
I got a nice ass. No. But it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel like a piece of property. Like I feel like a piece of steak or something.
So he was like slimy, like,
bro. Yeah, he had his Emmys out and everything.
He had a bad energy.
Well, good energy, but
no. I mean, come on, what's
And then, I'm like, he's like, well, are you gay? And I'm like, no, I'm not gay. And he's like, So what's the problem? I just like to watch you squirm, he said.
Really?
He said that?
He knew it was making you uncomfortable.
You should write a book about this. Now,
He
how
wanted
did
to
it make
help me.
you? How
Yeah.
did it make you feel? How did it make you feel?
I felt like a piece of meat. I felt like, I'm worth more than that. I have feelings. There's more to my personality than just my awesome physique. You know what I mean? And it's sad that he didn't see that, but he wanted to help me write comedy, and I let it go. I could have been somebody, Louis. I could have.
Oh, I've heard that before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could have been somebody. That's
Okay.
my
Well,
story.
thank you for that, bro. And I guess we're gonna have to start a GoFundMe for like therapy for Gustavo. I don't know.
I don't know. But what about your story, bro? I mean, you said,
I
bunch.
get hit on all the time. It's like when I'm in New York, right? It's like I'm walking in my neighborhood. My mama would be like, "Papo, you got $20 you could spare?" Or somebody like be telling me, "Yo, when you gonna put me in a movie and stuff?" That's how they hit me.
Ah, okay. So it's not an indecent proposal. It's just more like, yo, you got money, let me some and put me in a movie.
I'm shocked that that's where you guys took that. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, you said, have you ever been hit up by anybody?
That was the first thing you guys thought of, man. You went like straight to sex.
We're keeping it interesting and honest. Es lo que pasa en la vida. That's how we roll.
So Casper, can you give people the 101 on how, if they want to come on live with us, how to do it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's really simple, guys. I'm going to go ahead, and while I'm talking to you, I'm going to copy the link right onto our Facebook page. It's the StreamYard link. Guys, you want to get on the show with us? You want to talk to Louis? You want to talk to me? You want to talk to Gustavo?
Just talk to Jackie.
Oh, yeah, and talk to Jackie as well. You can go ahead and follow that link.
And maybe you might be able to talk to Nick.
Oh, that's right. I just put it up. It's on the comment section there, the StreamYard.com link, guys. If you guys see that link, you want to join us, say hello, talk to us, ask questions. We welcome you to come on board. Luis ahora mismo está cogiendo un break. What you got? What kind of fruit you got there, brother? No, I'm just saying, is it like mango, pineapple, strawberry? Okay.
Bro, are you listening to me or what?
No, it's just your facial expression. You look at me like if I said that you farted and then you're trying to deny it. All I said was, what kind of fruit you got there, bro?
I mean, all you're doing is like making assumptions of shit you don't even know. Because you're not even here to smell my fart, if that was the case.
Well, I'm sure they're organic because you don't eat meat anymore.
Or even to know if I did or didn't. So I would know.
I would know. Right? I know your fart face.
Let me say what I need to say, bro. So we got blueberries in here. We have apples, peaches, mango, and some oranges. Oh, and grapes. So it's a nice little,
Una combinación heavy.
Yeah. So that's what's going on.
I just answered Billy Evelyn's question because she was saying, Luis, ¿qué tú comes? Y ahí estamos explicando. Saludos a Ralph Enriquez. What's up, Ralph? My buddy Ralph Enriquez, Matty J. Man, I do want to thank everybody who's been listening because we've been getting a lot of feedback, at least through my social media. Some of my friends from high school who live upstate are listening to the show, which is cool, so we get to hang out here.
So we upstate New York? Nice. Yeah. Well, people, let us know where you at. I'd like to know where in the world we're reaching out. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Man. Like, let's get involved. Let's have a dialogue. Mete mano,
Vaya, Hector Montalvo, a buddy of mine from South Bronx High School. A lot of South Bronx High School.
A Yankee fan. Listen, before we go on, I'm going to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico, okay? And, this hurricane just went through there in the native parts of Mayagüez. I think that's where your dad lives. No? Por Mayagüez.
En Dulce Labio, Mayagüez, yeah.
And how did it go? Did you speak to him?
Yeah, I spoke to him the other day. It was fine. A lot of people without electricity, but
that You're making it sound like that's like a normal.
But bro, it's so messed up. But in Puerto Rico, it is. I mean, you have all these companies that are taking all this money that they're putting out there to fix the infrastructure, y todavía they can't figure it out with the electricity. You know, how many houses have been fixed?
Figure all that shit out for them, bro.
Yep.
I could figure out the house.
That island should be already eco-friendly. It should be running on solar.
But
seriously,
man, I got a plan, and I can put it forward. And you know what? Make it happen. Because the thing is that what happens with money is it goes through so many channels. And by the time it gets to where it needs to be, because so much has been sliced off, then you don't get the full effect of the project that you are.
Absolutely. And you know how that hustle goes. Come on. Mira, who are the people assigned to?
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to Pachanga, motherfucker.
Okay.
Listen, but let's bring Jackie on board. Jackie's hanging out with us tonight.
Hold up. Jackie.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
What's
Hi,
up?
Hello.
What?
Let's go. I thought banner playing, but you know what?
Wait a minute. I heard something while I was waiting that upset me a little bit.
What was that?
What's wrong with Queens, Louis? What's wrong with Queens?
Oh, Queens is the armpit of the 5 boroughs.
So that's where we're back to now. Huh?
No, I'm talking crap because I love Queens. I've lived in Queens. I lived in Skillman and 44th. I live on 104th Street and 101 Avenue over by Lefferts Boulevard. I've lived in Queens. Why do you hate Queens, Louis?
Well, just want you to know, Boston is in the house, man. The Latin Nation of Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez and Jackie Quiñónes have reached Boston.
Wow. What's up, Juan Gomez?
The question is, okay, now I am under interrogation with this whole Queens thing.
Word.
So let me tell you what's going on with that. First of all, I never said Queens was a bad place. I just never hung out there. You know, I rode the 7 train many times. You know,
if you never hung out in Queens, you're from New York, you clearly don't like it. Huh?
What?
I said, if you've never hung out in Queens and you're from New York, you clearly must not like it. I mean, there's tons of things to do in Queens.
Okay, Jackie, continue.
Did you know?
No, let it out.
Queens, hey, I gotta represent for my hood, okay? Did you know that Queens is one, if not one of the most, if not the most, actually, I may not be right. Let me rewind that.
Oh, come on, no, you can't do that.
You're about to talk about
diverse
what?
one of the most diverse boroughs or cities, parts of a city in the world.
It's true because in Queens you have a lot of Greeks, you have Brazilians, you have
Indian,
you have
Asian, Latin, Black, everything.
Yep.
Right?
It's true. But so does the Bronx and so does the Lower East Side.
Yeah, so what are you talking about? What's your point? Oh, that the biggest population of diversity is in Queens.
Yes.
Okay, I can buy that.
Yes.
Right on to Queens for that.
I love Queens though, because Queens, it's funny. You jump on the train and you're in Midtown in minutes, especially when I used to live in Skillman. You know, me and my buddy Renzo Devia, when we were doing Urban Latino TV, we were roommates.
Renzo, shout out to Renzo.
Yeah.
Wow, back in the day.
And I was living with Renzo on 44th and Skillman, and I loved that commute because the office was on 23rd Street. Y nosotros llegábamos ahí like that.
I didn't know you were in Skillman. I was in Sunnyside. Skillman's right there. It's
okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's super, super close. It's like, I don't know.
I like the diners around there, the little movie theater down the road. It's a cool little community. I love Queens.
There was a movie theater there back in the day that used to do movies for $1.50 on Wednesdays. Damn. And I remember asking people for quarters to go see movies for $1.50.
Yo, I have a bulletin. Hold up. I have a bulletin. This just came in from my buddy Rich Harpin. He's down, and check this out. It's Rich and Jen celebrating our 4th anniversary today, all because of you. I introduced them to each other.
Hey, happy anniversary to both
And just so
Rich
you know, I was ready to
and
tweet
Jen.
about it, and look what happened. 4
That's
years,
awesome.
4-year anniversary.
Celebrating. Get
That's
chévere.
beautiful. Love it, love it, love it.
Yo, another thing.
Uh-huh.
Asheville, North Carolina is in the house. I gotta
really?
say hi to my buddy Calvin. Calvin, what's up, brother? Let me tell you something about Calvin Belknap. This man, when Puerto Rico went through Maria, and the island was devastated, he went down there, with his team. He worked for a great hotel facility, and they hired, I don't know, 30, 40 people from the island to go to Asheville to work at their spot. And they paid for their airfare to get there. They set them up with housing. They gave them good salaries, health care. Boom.
That's what's up, man.
So Calvin Belknap, you
got my respect, brother. Thank you so much for that.
Say that with a little more enthusiasm, Casper. Jackie,
I'm just showing love. I'm sorry. Oh no, hold on. I'm sorry.
Let me
My brother Calvin. I am absolutely excited. I'm besides myself that you, my brother, employ the Boricuas. You brought them from the island. You brought them over. You got them into a hotel. You hooked them up with a good salary.
That's a great character. I meant to say.
I don't understand.
You should be wrestling.
Calvin, thank you, Calvin. Thank you.
Calvin, I do thank you.
Staff and,
Yes, Calvin.
and
That sounds beautiful.
to everyone there, and hi to all my Boricua brothers and sisters that are still in Nashville.
And it's awesome that he did it from his heart. He didn't do it for publicity. We know about it now because of Louis, because there's a lot of people out there who go on Instagram and give $10 to a homeless person, want to document it, talk about how good they are.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ask me anything.
Have you ever been hit up by another woman?
Hit up, text message or hit on?
Oh yeah, have you ever been hit on?
Yeah. I mean, I think I can almost guarantee 100% every woman has been hit on in a nightclub bathroom. When women get drunk.
That's the spot, right?
Yeah.
While peeing. Yo, you look good, ma.
You're so pretty. Oh my God, I love your hair. Where'd you get that dress? How about you come over? Let's be friends. Have you ever kissed a girl? All it takes is a little liquor and girls just, they go crazy.
And so how does that make you feel?
No way.
Okay.
Why am I supposed to be like this?
No. Because I like to ask these questions on behalf of Casper. Because sometimes. If you look at him right now, se ve como un bobo. So I try to stimulate him with these things.
No, es que este soplapote no entiende que while I'm working with him, I'm looking at comments. Like I just saw Nicholas Gonzales got on the Facebook
He's
fan page.
producing at the same time.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna be talking to him in a little while. Nicholas is in the house, excited to be talking to my brother today. But hey, I'm sorry to change the subject, but we do have to bring in a friend of the show, David Mars. He came up with some, Jackie, you know that Louis is always having problems with this bear?
Yeah.
And he's always sharing his bear story.
Yeah.
I got to tell you this.
What happened?
So the bear hanged out down the block in my friend's spot. Right?
Oh, he relocated.
He showed me video of this bear coming out that was trying to, like in the middle of the day, to get the grain from the chicken coop. So the bear comes out, and my friend's showing me the video, and they're hitting pots and pans. He uses little rifle, fire up in there, like the bear looks. They're like, ah. So he, so the bear just hanging out, and then all of a sudden, the bear just lays down like, fuck it, I want to just coger el sol aquí mismo.
Wow.
Like that. Like that.
I'm not scared
Well,
of that.
because of Louis and his bear stories tonight, David Mars, a friend of the show, came up with some fictional movie poster artwork.
What's up, guys? Hi, Jackie. Nice to meet
Well,
you.
did the Rangers,
Nice
did
to
the
meet you
Rangers win?
too.
Did the Rangers win?
No, man, I'm just a hockey fan. I'm just waiting for them to come. You know,
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm already into hockey season. Fuck basketball.
You know,
that shit all
You know
gone.
what? Let me tell you something. This is like the first time in my life that I have encountered Boricua, ¿verdad?
Yeah,
Puerto Rican.
Un Boricua.
Del sur del Bronx.
Puro sepa into the hockey.
But listen, I was just gonna say, I'm glad it's only one because Puerto Ricans don't really watch hockey. If we would go to a hockey game, we would scrape the ice and make piragua.
Yeah, we would
Piragua.
be making
You know what's funny about me being a hockey fan is that I don't know anything about hockey. I don't know any of the any of the players. I just like
I know that
some fight and beat the
there
shit.
was a guy in hockey named Casper Weinberg or something like that. I remember that guy because his name was Casper. You know,
That's it. You just
and
remember.
and in high school, I had a friend named David Santos who was actually like you. He liked hockey. I had no idea why. He was sitting next to me with his jerseys, and I'm like, dude, but who even watches hockey? You know,
Have you ever been to
This
a
guy.
hockey game?
Yeah,
I mean, they're
yes.
actually really fast paced. They're fun. Sometimes
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
even know where the puck is. I'm like, what?
I actually play hockey, and I'm Latino, and I'm the
Yeah.
only
Nice.
Latino
Good.
on my squad.
good.
Yeah, I'm the only Latino, and I like it too because of the violence. I like the violence. You know, I need to be able
Oh
to
my God. That's
get it
right.
out of me. You know?
I like when they beat the shit out of each other and you know that's about it. You know the game could go on and I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, and playing
I just
it, you
wait for the
can
fights.
yeah, you can legally elbow someone in the face, and
That's
you don't
right.
get arrested.
Take them right up against the glass, and that's it.
But I
You know,
feel
and
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jackie.
Sorry, I think I'm a little. My internet's been again. Anyway, but
Pay your bill.
football is more violent than hockey. I feel like.
Yeah,
Football
yeah.
I can't watch it. It's
Nah. You know the most violent sport there is? I'm going to tell you right now. Gymnastics.
Oh,
Gymnastics.
gymnastics.
Gymnastics is
I
not
can see somebody
violent.
get kicked with a backflip.
What?
Do you see how
I
they
can see
run?
that totally happening.
And they run toward that, how they running toward that horse, and they jump in the air, and they hit the horse, and they do all the things flipping and land? Mad? What?
I feel like
Come
you're
on,
saying
man.
this to mess with me because I was a gymnast. Are you saying this to mess with me?
También.
She was a gymnast.
Yeah, okay, well,
Yes, for many
what was your
years.
favorite thing? Okay, well, no, you're on, brother. You can show us what you got. We'll come back to that, Jackie.
So
Okay,
David,
so check this out, Louis. So this bad thing that you're going through inspired me to come up with some graphics that some movie posters that I hope you like. And this first movie poster that I come up with is called "Stop Eating the Fucking Garbage," right? So this movie's about the bear. He's going through people's garbage and he's eating stuff, and then one day the bear dies. Right? Se muere el maldito fucking el oso.
Okay,
The bear goes to heaven. And guess who's God? Louis Guzman.
oh no.
That's a
Right?
twist. I like
So
that.
Louis Guzman takes the bear, you know, through a tour of his life, his past, his present, his future, you know, kind of like the Scrooge thing. And then, you know, the bear kind of, you know, Louis kind of feels sorry for the bear and, you know, says, hey, you know what? I like you, bear. I'm going to send you back to Earth. But do me a favor. Stop eating the fucking garbage. And then the bear all of a sudden comes back to Earth, right? And he's being compressed. And guess who's compressing the bear? Louis Guzman in his backyard. And he saves the bear's life. Amazing story. It's a tearjerker. It's one of those terms of endearment type of things. Heaven can wait.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's kind of like Heaven Can Wait. Awesome.
Yeah, it's one of those crazy movies that you're just gonna fall in love with. And at the end, you know, Louis and the bear become friends.
I have a
Awesome.
question.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
So Louis God and Louis on Earth?
Right.
Yes.
Because the bear is dead. So, I guess he's imagining that Louis is God because Louis is the one who was
Listen, Jackie, there wasn't a budget to
I like
cast
it.
too
Okay,
many
okay.
people.
That's right.
It was
Oh, you
Louis
know.
okay, the
you
next
know.
one. The next one. Show
Check
me
out the next one. Let's see which one's the next one. This is a good one. This is Louis and the bear, right? So Louis,
I love it already.
So Louis, this story's about, right? The bear is your homeboy, and somebody steals his honey pot.
No.
It's fucking crazy, right? So the bear goes to Louis, to your character, goes, yo, man, they stole my honey pot, man. We gotta go find this.
Hell yeah.
So Louis gets dressed, jumps out his trailer, jumps in his Trans Am, and they head west because the honey pot has a GPS track to it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Right.
So in this movie, Louis just goes nuts. He just runs people off the road. He hits a grand lady. He's just violent. The cops are chasing him, and it's bananas, right? So then they finally find the honey pot, right? And
Who had the honey pot?
check it out. The bear's girlfriend.
Oh, damn.
She found out that the bear. Found out that the bear spent the rent money on strippers and cocaine, and she took his damn honey pot.
Oh,
Damn.
Next movie.
Oh no, man! Why you do that?
That's the blockbuster.
This is the blockbuster right here, man.
Okay.
This one is called The Unbearable Conflict, right?
Yeah, does that bear have a machine gun?
Yes, it does. All right, so check it out. So, Louis is a cop, right? In the NYPD in the Lower East Side, and he's working a case, right? LES in the house, right? So he's working a case, and he finds this bear, little cub in the alley. So he takes the bear, right? And he takes it in, and then he finds out that the bear, holy shit, the bear is smart. Like the thing could talk, and it could is almost like a human being, right?
Right.
So then time goes by, and then the bear becomes Louis' partner in the department. And then, right?
It's like a cop buddy. It's Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, right with a bear.
Yo, bro, I gotta ask you a question.
Sure.
What happens to the bear in the winter when it has to hibernate?
I mean, I guess it does what bears do. Eat and shit.
Okay,
And
all right.
Okay. I think my question is, what's with the raccoon?
So check it out. So then Louis is about to retire from the police department, right? They're
Lethal Weapon
so then
5.
all of a sudden, the bear looks at the TV and sees that this raccoon broke into the White House and ate the president. Right? So then the bear recognizes the raccoon and says, yo, Louis, I know that raccoon. We broke out of the lab together. Remember when you found me? The raccoon was with me. But the raccoon was crazy. So now the raccoon took over the country and has the nuclear launch code.
Oh, now does everybody have rabies?
Yeah, it has a lot of rabies.
Oh my God! Okay,
check it out. So then,
now there we go, people. Another freaking virus. That's what.
Another pandemic.
A really bad virus like rabies. Be like the 28 days later. So then the man looks at Louis and says, "Louis, you gotta come and help me." And Louis like, man, fuck that. I'm not helping you. I'm retiring, man. I'm going to Puerto Rico. And I'm going to hang out and drink some Cuba Libre. And then, of course, the bear, says, all right, man, I'm enough for you. So he goes to the airport, to go save the world. And then who he sees coming into the horizon, he sees Louis Guzman with a bunch of guns and a bunch of stuff that says, how can I be any kind of a friend to you if I don't go and help you kill this raccoon?
What?
So they go off to Washington, and they go and they tear this raccoon up. Louis, this movie got it all. It's got a helicopter crash, a car chase, a gun battle. The raccoon, you get shot, unfortunately, in the movie, and you got injured for a little bit. And then the bear fucks up the raccoon, and then at the end, hey, they go away.
Well,
it sounds like Bad Boys with a bear.
Yeah.
Listen, what I want to do
and a raccoon.
And a raccoon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go out there like tomorrow, and walk around with my laptop because I'll have this on there. If I run into the bear, I'm going to show him this and just kind of see how he feels about it.
Absolutely. Picture too, man. Maybe this could mend the relationship you guys have and he won't eat you.
Do you want him to audition? You want to talk to him?
No, he don't. He's already in. You know, he's the bear.
All right, cool.
That bear is sad.
You know what? That was like pretty amazing storytelling.
He's a must join.
And I love the graphics and stuff like that.
Thank you, Louis. You came to my mind immediately. Bear, Louis, you know. I heard you have a chipmunk problem too. Maybe I'll
he about to make posters for that one.
Okay.
Those were very cool graphics and cool
Thank
stories
you,
too.
Thank you.
Great work, buddy.
Appreciate it.
And I'm saying hi to your moms, okay?
I love you guys. Hey, and by the way, man, I just want to say, you know, my condolences to all the Marines that have passed away in California. I probably served 8 years in the United States Marine Corps, and it breaks my heart to have seen them go out like that. They deserved a lot better than that. And my thoughts and my condolences go out to their family.
Agreed.
But well, my condolences also, and thank you for pointing that out and bringing that up and sharing that.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you, guys. I love you guys.
I love you, Papa. You too, man.
We'll see each other.
Service.
That was awesome. I love that. Gustavo's trying to talk, but he's on
cool.
mute.
Very cool.
Okay.
Gustavo, we see you popping in.
Yeah, what happened, Gustavo? He popped in and.
Sorry, guys. No, I was just saying those were some really big movie ideas, man. That was it was pretty good.
Dude, man.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
that's one was my favorite.
We'll see if I audition you for the chipmunk, Gustavo.
You know, every time I come on, I feel like I'm auditioning for Louis. You know?
Yeah, no. Actually, it's working. Okay, it's working. Keep auditioning. Okay.
See, he came out with his salsa shirt. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get dressed up for my salsa shirt. I'm gonna be on the podcast today. Vaya la televisión."
So, can I ask you guys a question? Do we have time for that?
Absolutely. Nick will be with us in about 15 minutes.
Right. You tell me. You guys tell me something new that you learned this week.
I'm sure there's a lot. Oh, I learned how to make shredded chicken taco meat.
Cool.
Okay, and so tell us about that.
I use green chiles, which I've never used in my cooking. I've been experimenting lately, and I just let it sit there on low heat, like it was in a crock pot, and just soak in its own juices. Put a lot of delicious spices, a lot of comino, cumin, and garlic and onion, and it came out really good. And I've been making my own little street tacos with my little corn tortillas.
Okay. All right, Casper, it's on you, buddy.
You know, being that I'm the kind of person that doesn't read, I really didn't learn anything new this week.
Who said you had to read?
I didn't have to read.
Honestly, the only thing new that I've been learning is I've been training for this new job that I'm working, and I've been learning a lot of different policies for, vendors and for the customers. So I've been doing a lot of that. That's what I've been learning.
Okay, that must be really like, wow.
Oh, yeah. And they don't even have picture books. I'm pissed off because I'm like, really? I got to read this stuff?
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Like, I got to read scripts, man, I can't walk away.
I love reading scripts, though.
I can't walk in there and make that shit up. Even though I do have the time, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, something I learned. Oh, go ahead, Gustavo. What did you learn this week?
Well, last week I was so humiliated for Casper the way that you.
This week.
Okay,
No, he's talking about me.
Yeah,
hold on.
I'm talking about. So I was so humiliated by the way that you humiliated him for not being able to read good. So I got 2 books that I'm reading. I'm reading Moby Dick, right, and I'm reading this one too. This one, the Book of Mormon, and you know, I've learned that these are kind of racist books. One more direct. Moby Dick is definitely directly racist, and the Book of Mormon is like subtly racist. You know,
right. They go around it.
Jesus and all that. They go around it. It's nice, but I'm learning, and I'm trying to be more like Louis. I'm surprised more positive things haven't rubbed off on you. Casper.
Yo. So, can I read a passage? Jackie?
Yes, please
Can I read a
do.
passage? Okay.
From where? What are you reading from?
I'm reading from, here we go, ready? Oh,
The Four
The
Agreements.
Four Agreements. Okay.
okay. I love this book, okay? I like sharing it, all right? Okay. I'm looking for it. Okay. Really? I'll try this one. I don't know. Imagine living your life without the fear of being judged by others. You no longer rule your behavior according to what others may think about you. You are no longer responsible for anyone's opinion. You have no need to control anyone, and no one controls you either. I just leave it at that.
I love that. That's wisdom. I feel like that's ultimate wisdom.
Yeah, I see here.
Go ahead, Casper. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I see La Colombiana saying that that's a good book, and there's some people sharing stuff that they learn. Oh my God, I've been doing some professional development for back to school. Says Aggie, you know. So
Aggie, right on.
that's what's up.
Yes,
You were
Aggie.
saying, Jackie? I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, Jackie. You were saying?
No, it's okay. I feel like that's wisdom, man. Like being able to do what you want to do without worrying what other people think. I think over time we learn that. I don't think you're maybe we're born that way, but society teaches us otherwise. And then as we grow and we change, we start to realize the only happiness that matters is the happiness that we have within ourselves, and then that translates to others, and hopefully others can find their own happiness, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm working on it. I think I'm getting there. But
Yeah, it comes with age. As you get older, you start giving less of a shit. What people think about you at the end of the day.
That's basically what it is. Yeah, that's basically what it is. You just stop giving a shit.
You're like, I'm before. Listen, in my 20s, I wanted to be everybody's friend. In my 20s, I wanted to be everybody's friend. Oh, I want to get into this business. I want to collaborate with this. And then as you start getting older, you're like, I don't want to fuck around with that asshole. I don't like that guy.
You know what, really, Jackie, this is like what's really important.
Go ahead.
Jackie, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. How do you feel, Jackie, when we dance?
It's so much fun. Louis knows how to have fun when we dance. Like we go to these salsa clubs in LA where there's people that, they take up the whole floor and they're doing like a whole mambo, and we're just like, whatever, and we just dance. It's fun, it's not a show. It's just for fun. Sorry.
Right here.
Sorry, I had to move my.
Yeah, your internet's horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna have to get an upgrade.
Why? You can't hear me? Am I breaking up?
Oh, you're choppy. You're breaking up.
What?
Yeah. What?
Yo, can you go to a mall real quick?
Word. And use the Wi-Fi? Nah. Now you're fine, but
man.
That's too funny.
I got to tell you guys something, right?
I'm sorry,
Louis?
guys.
But I love dancing with Jackie. She's amazing.
You never danced with me.
Fun. Casper, do you dance? When was the last time that you danced with Christina?
Casper, you don't even like.
Oh, look, you got nervous. See that? That body language right there. Like, coño, me bajo el cante.
You know what's funny? Me and Christina always joke around, sing, and dance around the house. So when she comes over in a little while, because she wants to meet Dr. Melendez, you can ask her how many times we dance. We do city dances. I even dance with Marty. That's why I'm surprised you never asked me to dance.
I thought
Jackie,
you
you
didn't
heard
like
that? You know
going
what?
Yeah, I thought Casper, you didn't like going to clubs or loud places.
Honey, I worked at Jimmy's for almost 15 years. I danced my ass off with everyone from Calvin Klein to Prada, as silly as that sounds.
No, I know.
Okay.
But that's why you don't like it. That's what
Now.
that's what I remember.
Yeah. I don't care to go to clubs now.
You had your fill. Yeah, well, bueno, that's
Jackie,
fine.
Jackie, I gotta ask you another question.
Ask away. I'm an open book.
Okay, what day of the week do you feel the least attractive?
That's a good question. Probably midweek. Probably hump day, Wednesday.
That's
Oh,
today?
so today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's today. And look who you hanging out with. And look at the shit that's coming out of your mouth right now. I'm a little disappointed, Jackie. I'm a little disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Casper, I'm sorry. I know that was a blow. Papi, respira. Jackie, continue.
But today is not really like, weeks are kind of melding together now, so it's not the same as before.
I don't even know what month we're in.
I know. I'm like, can you believe that we're in August?
No,
Like-
can you believe that every week when I go to wash clothes, the only thing I'm washing is t-shirts and boxers? 'Cause I don't even get dressed. I haven't put on socks or pants in forever. I got shorts on right now because we're on camera, and that's overdressed right now. But seriously.
That's the dream. Comfort, working from home. I think everything's going to shift now. We're just on this new wavelength, finding new ways to do things, getting rid of unnecessary overhead with companies. But yeah, anyway, to get back to the question, days are just melding together right now. But when I was working the 9-to-5 life, the middle of the week was like, I have to wake up super early again. And yeah, you just kind of, at that point, you're just putting your hair in a ponytail. And then Thursday and Friday come around, and then those are the days where you're like, yeah, the weekend's coming. So you start to dress up a little bit more. And of course, Monday's Monday. So you go in thinking that you're going to, tackle the week. That's my response. But
So,
what about you guys?
Go ahead, Casper.
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
This is your fabulous Barbara Walters moment. Go ahead. So you were asking Jackie about that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Go ahead.
Luis F. Marin. Saludo, mi hermano. What was the question again?
You're the one that asked it.
Right. But what day of the week do I feel the least attractive?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't think there's a day of the week like that for me.
This mother.
I just don't,
That's a great answer. That should have been my answer. I'm going to steal that. Which, by the way, you look great, Louis. You look great today. You got your hair cut.
Sí, te bañaste.
Coiffed a little bit. You look good.
Yeah.
You look good today.
You got laced up. Está así calado, mano.
You got a fade.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay.
All right.
And you, Casper?
I look good all the time, bro.
All right. So, Jackie, sorry you feel that way.
Jackie, I'm kidding. To be honest with you, right before the show, I shaved because I haven't shaved like in 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, let me shave for the show so I could look clean. But I'm home. I'm home all day. Every day I look horrible. Right now, me hice telambe vaca because my hair's getting long. I usually like it spiky up, but I can't really spike it up. So I went and hooked it up.
The spit.
Yeah, but el lambe vaca.
That's that old school stuff, bro. Se te quedaba bien pegado, papá.
Bueno,
Bien pegado.
That's what I'm about to be. I'm gonna be 50 this year, bro. I'm
Just
waiting for my AARP card.
Just remember this, mira.
Oh shit! Hey, talented motherfucker.
Oh, he's a
That
talented
you are.
motherfucker.
Yo, you know what I did for dinner today? I
What?
took one of my neighbors gave me a big ass zucchini, and I put it through the spiraler, and I made zucchini spaghetti with with a little bit of basil leaf in it and chopped up tomatoes from the garden, with some garlic from last year's garden and a little bit of olive oil in there, boom, boom, boom.
That sounds really good. How did you like the spiraler? Because I feel like those things, I don't know. Was it hard to use?
You had to be there, Jackie. That's all I have to say.
See, that is,
No,
I know.
I mean, look, just do you have one, Casper?
I know we don't have a spiraler.
Okay, so then you can't talk.
We have but we do have the big what's that?
Casper.
It makes no.
No, you make bread. Now you're talking about bread. We're talking about making spaghetti with zucchini.
I understand. I was gonna say you can get an extension for the machine that we do have in the kitchen. I forgot what it's called. What is it? Aid?
A food processor?
Oh, the KitchenAid mixer that you can go ahead and put an adapter to it.
It's like a bucket, right? No?
It's not a food processor. It's not a food processor. But go ahead, Louis.
Oh, okay, you done?
Yes, Papi. I love you.
So, just like with anything, you got to do it a few times just to get the hang of it. But once you get the hang of it, it's beautiful. It works great.
It sounds
good. Marty. Hey,
yeah. Marty's in the house.
Hi, Marty. I love that dog. He's so
Marty.
I know. Marty and Christina in the house.
Christina. I love that shirt you got on, Christina. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Hi.
So you see, Casper, who's closest to her heart right now.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Ooh, them's just fighting words.
Word. I'm about to scratch. I'm about to scratch a mofo up in here. No, y Luis se recortó. So, look at him. He's all nice and clean.
No, because you know why, Christina? Like I got all like this and everything because I was expecting Casper to get on one knee, and I'll just leave it right there.
Oh,
right there. Ahí lo dejo.
Oh man, it's almost 8 o'clock. Dr. Melendez should be coming up on the show soon.
That's one of the reasons.
We'll be right back after these commercials.
Christina, I'm just rooting for you, honey. Okay, I'm rooting for you.
Honey, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. And I'm going to get it. No. Yes, right? Yeah, right? That's not cool.
Look what you're doing. Look at the beef you're starting.
Not at all. Come on. Me and Christina, we good.
Jackie,
it would be a beef if nobody wanted to get married. We definitely want to get married.
They love each other. They're really compatible to each other, and I don't know what do you think about this, huh?
Was that a skull ring?
It's a skull ring, yeah. That's kind of cool.
Oh man, that's too funny.
It's a nice ring, right? Mira, Anyway,
get down.
Christina, how are you? How you doing?
I am good. I'm glad to be here with you guys. Especially hi to Jackie, since I haven't actually met her.
Where Jackie, my home girl.
I heard so much about you. It's nice to finally kind of meet you.
Yes. Same with you. I've always heard about my girl Jackie.
My home girl Jackie, who used to take me to do compra.
Yep. And to buy cell phones.
Yep. And to go pick up some smoke at the weed guy's house. No, just for me.
I was transporting contraband.
I have the medicinal card. Bueno, mira, talking about medicinal, let's keep the show going. I know Louis on his lunch break, so I'm going to go ahead. Gustavo, let me know if we are ready, because I do want to bring up our next guest. I want to talk a little about him, Nicholas Gonzales. You guys have seen him in everything from Dharma and Greg. He was in the movie Spun with Mickey Rourke and John Leguizamo. Of course, he was Alex Santiago on Resurrection Boulevard on Showtime, and recently Dr. Melendez on The Good Doctor. Now he's changing that title to or adding to his titles because now he's executive producer of a project. I would love for him to speak with us about that today. So, Gustavo, if Nick is on board, please bring him on, brother.
He's actually not on board yet.
Ah, okay.
I texted you, but you know.
I can't, brother. I'm working. Sorry. And that's okay. Hey.
Oh my God, look at that beautiful cow.
What's the baby's name? Because you got 5 of them.
Yeah, man. Okay. All right. So I guess, okay.
No, Nick will connect soon. I'm sure it's either internet because he was right on the fan page not too long ago. So he should be there, you know.
Oh, Aggie, I was eating a little fruit bowl that I made and some banana bread that I made.
Yummy.
So that's how I roll. Right, Christina?
No, she's just swinging over for a second. She'll be right back. Not leaving.
Oh, okay.
Not leaving. Make sure it's on. Not leaving.
So have you guys heard that there's a new book in the franchise with the vampires? What's it called again?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Twilight. So there's a new, full disclosure. I was a really big Twilight fan.
Me too.
The books, not the movies, but the books. I ate them up. They were such an easy read and so much fun that I'm kind of excited about this new book. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like this teeny pop love story stuff.
And it's funny because I just saw I think it was a couple of days about the launching of the new Twilight book. And what is it? Is it an extension to the story, or is it a prequel to it? Because you like those books too. You like Harry Potter and Twilight, you know. So this one is what? It's a prequel?
It's the same story from the perspective of the vampire that she falls in love with.
Oh, right. It's from Edward's perspective
now. All the books that were there were pretty much Bella's perspective of how everything went down. Her as a first person, but now Edward's the first person.
I'm lactating just listening to all of this because my estrogen level's high.
You guys.
Chicken mole. Chicken mole. Down in Texas.
Yeah, talk about Texas. Tex-Mex is in the house.
All right, we'll be back, people. We'll be back. We'll be back and hang in there with us.
Hello, this is Seth Rogen with your forecast. Today, it's going to be hot, man, with a high of 90. Look, I don't know how high the scale goes, but I bet I'm higher than 90. I mean, I am so high. I am so high right now. Sunny 90 with 10% humidity.
One was a social worker. The other one used to sell beepers. The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
Huepa chuleta, welcome back to the Luis Guzman, Casper Martinez, Hangueando a Donde Quiera podcast.
That's how we do. We do have Nicholas on now. So, Gustavo, if you can, bring my brother on. What's up, Nick?
What's up, guys? I didn't think I was going to get on here and talk about Twilight, but I got to say, this sounds like one of the smartest writers ever to say, I'm going to sell you the same book right back to you.
Yep, I'm going to milk it. Yep.
I know, it's so silly.
Were they always in the same places?
The next thing, we're going to get the perspective
He's the
from
smartest
the
writer there's ever been.
You know, and then the perspective from all the animals, from the werewolf, exactly. That's too funny. So what's going on, brother?
How you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm so happy to join you guys. As you know, I mean, well, you've had this bridge to talk to all your friends and colleagues all this time, and we've been spending up quarantine. I'm with my family in Vancouver, and it's just nice to see friends. But it makes me want to be in person more. You know, talking about getting together and dancing.
I feel like the Brady Bunch.
Always dancing.
We're all in little boxes.
I know, man. It's a strange, wild thing, but this is great what you guys got going on here, because I tuned in a little early. I was in and out, getting my daughter from the pool and setting up out here and listening to about you talking about your recipes and everything going on. So ready to get involved, ready to join.
So, yo, let me ask you something. So you're doing this thing and you're a doctor, right? Correct?
Right. The good doctor?
Okay, yeah. So, right. So can you tell me some of the training that you've taken for that role?
You know, funny enough, there wasn't a lot of training. That what they do is the technical advisor is just, you know, who's depended on for so many things. I mean, there's little skills that come along, and you know, you could bet she's there the first episode saying, "Hey, when can we schedule some time to like tie a knot, you know, or something that makes you look professional." But for the most part, a lot of stuff I felt like I had a little bit of experience with because my brother and father are both physicians, and they were very much like this guy. You know, Melendez is a kind of a combination of those two men who are just very, very strong personalities. But you know, they love you, but they're tough on you. You know.
And what kind of a doctor are you? What's your?
He's a cardiothoracic surgeon, but in the world of TV, he does every surgery known to man. I'm like delivering babies. I'm doing brain surgery. It would never happen in real life. That's what I mean. You know that world.
Have you had to do a thoracotomy yet?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I actually removed a baby from a womb and removed a tumor and then put it back in.
Wow. Okay.
You're up.
Okay.
We could go all day with this.
Yeah, what has
One of the craziest stories.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing that has to happen to you on the set? By the way, what's like you know?
Craziest thing that ever happened was when I died in the finale.
Oh yeah, we cried, bro. We cried.
That was probably the craziest thing that happened.
You gave it away.
I know, no, and I texted because
I mean, I'm sorry, but you
gotta.
we can't all just shut up about TV shit. I mean,
you're not watching, Jackie.
You know, you're binging other things. I get it. There's a lot of great stuff out there, but
I'm not talking about me.
people are watching.
About other people.
Oh no, I meant I was talking out to the world too. At that point, I felt like I was facing out.
No,
I forget that I'm.
With me.
Yeah, but dude, we totally cried. We watched it like a week after, and I actually sent a WhatsApp to Nick, and I was like, dude, that was sad. He's like, yeah, bummer, dad. This one over here, right, Christina? Tell Nick how you felt about it.
Oh my God, Nick! First of all, hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you as well.
Great, you know, big fan here of you and the show because actually, you know, your character really was you know essential to that plot right now. And yeah, it was heartbreaking. But I actually wanted to ask you how it felt to be in such an environment of where it wasn't just the actual like normal hospital drama that you see about, you know, all the relationship and which it did have, but something so real of having somebody autistic being on the show and how it was able to be portrayed as so that people don't fear autism, that people actually are able to embrace it.
Yeah, I mean, it dealt with autism, I think, and it really put a different face, if I can say, on it. And because the performance that Freddie Highmore does really is what everything's built off the show, and it has to work, you know, and yet how does, you know, autism isn't any one thing. It doesn't manifest in one way. So there's so many different ways it presents. That's why it's called a spectrum. So, you know, what he's created, and it really is his creation is I think, yeah, made people not afraid, you know, to understand that non-neuronormative people just function differently, and they don't know what you can't always tell. You know, it's not a look somebody has. It's you know, we all can suffer from it in different ways, and I think it just opened a world in some ways. I mean, gosh, when we were kids, and bad example, but Cosby Show, you know, was that show that kind of opened up the doors to an African-American household and said, this is a different way that people look. And we're still waiting for more. I wish I'd give Latino examples, you know, because, you know, we have one day at a time and introducing people to a world that they don't know. And in some ways, we all hope that is going to open up our ability to understand each other or want to, or interest, or seeing each other as human in some cases. And a lot of that happens, I think, by depictions on TV, you know, and sadly people spend, not sadly, I mean, I'm happy they watch us, but I think they spend and put so much onus on TV and what people want to think that it's nice when there's a message of inclusion that people kind of pick up on. And I feel like, you know, The Good Doctor really kind of led that charge with autism, you know, along with some other really interesting shows that have come out, that I think it's one of the most common characteristics now you'll see. People are really putting characters that are non-neuronormative. It's been like another way to investigate.
So who's your favorite actor? I mean, besides me, but I was
gonna say that's a hard one, I always think, because I think I'm a performance lover. You know, I'm just, there's certain,
absolutely.
I mean, you know, because there's like projects you'll do where they don't appeal to, so, you know, it's for you for different reasons, or it's, you know, it's not like I'm just going to perform. You know, I bet there's a lot of audiences that you have, Louis, that also feel that, you know, they know you a particular way because they know like some gangster films and things, and they don't follow to other places, or they do because of that. You know, it's more about a performance thing. So I admire careers too, like Robert Duvall, you know. You guys are, you know, younger. I think it's always a hard question. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
so then we're gonna have to give you an easier question.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite thing to cook? What's your favorite thing to cook?
Chicken wings or lamb chops on the grill. On the grill. Yeah.
Nice. I'm a fan of either too.
And it's really simple though too, but it's not anything complicated. But favorite things to eat get a little more complicated.
So now I got a really hard
What's
question for you, bro. I got a hard question for you. Do you remember your first fight, and how did that go?
Shit.
First fight. That's a good one.
Damn. What if he never fought?
I don't remember the first one, but I remember when it was serious first one. You know, when you knew you weren't sure what was going to happen. People didn't even step in, you know, like I'm fighting, you know, this is not, that was middle school. It's probably, the 6th grade.
And what was it about? Crayons? What was the fight about?
It sounds funny to talk about all these years, but
I know, right?
You know, this kid had brought a knife to school to, you know, and it was kind of, you know, and at kids at that age, it was never as serious as it is now, or I guess depends on where you grew up, right? But, you know, a kid had brought a knife and had talked about, you know, going after my buddy, and I ended up meeting him in a play yard, and it wasn't the best experience, to be honest. I mean, I was fine, and I was, you know, the victor, if you want to say, but you never really felt like it. I mean, just remembering what it even feels like to against someone's face is pretty. It's not like it is on TV, that's for sure.
Okay, cool.
Huh? I want to ask a question about you play poker, right?
For a while, yeah.
So you won a celebrity poker tournament, or you came in second place or something like that. Is that right? And when was that? 2000.
I don't remember what year. Gosh, it was like 2010, maybe somewhere around there, 2008.
So,
but it was a Commerce Casino.
I'm horrible at poker. So can you explain a little bit how you play the game and how you got into it and what makes you good at it? Because I don't know anything about poker. So forgive me, guys, if you guys do. I just don't. I'm a spades girl. Give me a spades partner.
No, spades is great.
All day.
I play Uno.
Poker? No.
Yeah, I mean, poker, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and explain poker to you, especially.
we only have like half hour.
I just don't know how to play it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know.
Well, I mean, if you know card denominations, right? First all starts off, you know, what number's higher than another. And then, you know, like your suits, Jack, King, Queen, your Royals.
Poker.
As long as you know where they all stand. Okay.
Yeah,
I was just wondering where we were starting. I didn't know what your base was.
No. All right, let me clarify. I know how to play. I know the rules of the game. But there's an aspect of poker that requires reading people, right? That's what I'm getting at. And I'm wondering how people that you employ.
Some people are good at it, some people aren't. I mean, I think, and some actors are really good at it, some aren't, but I think it's not a surprise because they're also readers of people. I watch people, and you're just kind of, even when you're not thinking about it, you just kind of study them and think, I know what this guy's about, or I'm figuring him out. Or
at the table when I play, and I get into
you do that too.
And then
it's fun.
They made bad mistakes because I said something. I said, man, somebody better hit because this shit is coming, man. Hit me. Okay, that's another one. Hit me. Yeah, thank you. Boom.
Yeah.
So who is the shit talker? What
it's chess with talking. It's chess while talking shit. That's the best part. That has such a basis on the game, and it completely changes it because you can't see the other's board. And it's exciting. I mean, I'm definitely know I'm in over my head at a lot of tables, but I've had a lot of luck in the game and had a lot of fun with it. But it's been a while since I've really been playing.
Casper and I, we used to hang out in my apartment on the Lower East Side, and we would play dominoes.
Man, and we talk.
Dominoes is great.
Man,
I even hosted a dominoes tournament on ESPN.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You did?
Yeah. And then one night, Don Cheadle,
you were down in the basement room playing it?
Yeah.
Doing the play-by-play.
And one night Don Cheadle showed up, and we were playing dominoes. And he was playing West Coast dominoes, and we're like, "Yo, get that shit out of here, man."
He's a good poker player, though.
Oh, Don's a good poker player because dominoes, he was okay, but like Louis said, he was playing that West Coast shit, and we were like, "No, Poppy, this is the New York dominoes, Poppy."
What's the difference?
I would imagine faster.
Yeah, bro, can you tell us like where you were born and where you grew up? Because I don't know if people know that. I don't.
Oh, right. Yeah, I grew up in San Antonio, Texas, and my family's been in Texas and especially around that area for, I think we're like fourth generation. We say we didn't cross the border crossed us there. But grew up there and then took off to college up in California. And once I graduated, I moved on to LA, and, acting was something that came for me very late, found it in college. And I was a cross country and track runner at the time. And I haven't told a lot of this in a while, but, and I was looking for something fun to do and ended up getting into an improv class, and fast forward, wanting to do more of that just because it was fun. I got into an acting class because it had improv exercises. And then
pay attention, bro.
Ended up getting acting class. I mean, that's about as exciting as it is, though.
We got Nick here, okay? We got Nick here, and that's the focus, Casper. I know you like to talk, but come on, man. Okay.
Hey, Nick, this is my doggy, Marty McFly, by the way.
I was hoping it was your dog.
That's his son.
The way you were making out with it.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, can I randomly just make out with any kind of dog, you little suits?
I hope it's your dog.
I want to tell you that I want to be a boy fan at this moment, but I absolutely fell in love with you on Resurrection Boulevard. That was such a badass, cool show,
You watched that?
Huh?
You watched that?
I watched Resurrection Boulevard. I watched the whole.
Forget about it.
Yo, he just dissed you, Louis. Like he's
no, I was so touched that I would have never thought.
That leads to my next question, Nick. If you could do a redo in your life, what would that redo be?
That reaction he just gave for the fact that you watched his show.
No, it's still blown away.
Resurrection Boulevard was amazing because we got to see Latinos, the family. I mean, Michael De Lorenzo. You guys just had a reunion not too long ago, right here on the internet.
Yeah, we had 20 year.
That was an awesome show. I looked forward to that show all the time. I think it was the only thing I used to watch on Showtime, because now Showtime has got better programming. But back then, that was one of the reasons I was watching Showtime, was because of Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember coming to New York. We were brought there for upfronts because Showtime was our network, and going to Times Square and seeing the big billboard. I couldn't couldn't fucking believe it, man. It was a pretty ill experience. I mean, that was the first year that I was in LA. I got that pilot, and that turned into everything for me. You know, it was training. It was a family that I'm still very close with. And you know, there's not a lot of experiences like that on TV, to have a cast that you feel that close to and feel like a family on and off. And it really informed the work. And I mean, shit. So there's stuff
you ever get hit?
I can redo there.
You ever get hit?
Oh, hell yeah. Walked into more than a few, because we were always opposite like real fighters, you know. There's a lot of guys that are on there, and we tried to really make it serious, you know, and I tried to make it as authentic as I could, which meant I was going to get hit a bit as well.
How many fingers I got up? No. That's cool, though.
Go ahead, guys.
It was such a great cast of people. So many of my friends.
Elizabeth Pena.
Yeah, man. And I mean, she rest in peace. But it was, like I said, man, I was really proud of it. I was really proud of you guys. And just the whole element and the family and all that stuff. So, you know, I'll never bring that up again.
Thank you, brother.
No, I'm not really, you know.
I want to bring in some people. We have some people that want to speak to Nick. Gustavo, we have Aggie there, you say? Let me see. Hi, Aggie. Aggie's in Texas, right?
Oh.
Hi.
I can't hear you.
Sorry, San Antonio.
San Antonio,
Texas. All right.
Yes, fellow San Antonian. Super excited.
Questions you
go
have?
Spurs, go.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of missing it. They're all in the bubble right now, so I mean, it's kind of sad, but I mean, hey, we're getting everything's starting to, you know, get back up. We're trying to.
And
you know,
where are you living there? Where in San Antonio?
Right on 410 and 90.
Right on. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
My grandmother lived right there.
Oh, nice.
There used to be a big Home Depot there with the big. Yep.
Yes, I used to.
Marbach.
I grew up. Yep, right on Marbach. Right, we're literally right down the road.
My aunts and uncles all went to John Jay.
Yeah. Yes, I went to John Jay for a little bit, and then I went out to Medina Valley. So,
oh, good.
And now I'm actually, you know, teaching there, which is pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Well, that's got to be crazy right now, huh?
Yes, very nervous. I work with special needs students, so it's going to be a little challenging, but you know, we're gonna make do with it. We're gonna, you know, practice a bunch of, you know, safety precautions and stuff. So, you know, it's a little nervous, a little nerve-wracking, I guess, but
you haven't started up yet, huh?
The students start on the 25th, but I go back next week on Thursday.
Wow.
Stay safe, Aggie.
Yes, trying so hard.
Do they have a protocol, or do they have like medical staff at the school now to be testing people on the regular and stuff like that?
Yes, our district is really good about, you know, keeping us protected, safe, both the staff and students. You know, they have, you know, told us that we're gonna have, you know, PPEs coming to us. You know, so I'm, you know, a little worrisome, but I mean, you know, it's just because it's so unknown. We don't know what's gonna go on or happen. You know, I really worry about my students, just because I want to keep them safe, and it's a little difficult to kind of, you know, explain to them like what's going on, but all I can do is try, and you know, gotta keep the faith up, gotta, you know, let them know everything's gonna be okay. You know, we're all in this together, we'll all, you know, make it out okay and be safe together.
They're very lucky to have you.
Oh, I love my students. Like, I don't have children of my own yet, but
except Pickles.
Pickles and Rocky, those are my fur babies. Pickles is something else. But I mean, you know, I care so much about my children. I don't, you know, they're with their parents for a good, you know, half of the day, and they're with me. So I mean, you know, I care about them so much. I worry about them. I've missed them since March. You know, I care about them so much.
You're very lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you. I bet you don't miss the San Antonio heat, right? It's been triple digits. It's been triple digits all this week, like 100, 101.
And humid, no?
Yeah, humid too
not-
in the mornings, but dry
That's
heat.
more like in August when Fiesta. I mean, when the what's the one downtown, the Longhorn. What do they have during Fiesta at the end? Oh, Folklife.
Oh,
when that's when it gets a little sweaty.
Oh,
that season comes around.
Yeah, not the best.
I miss family though.
Well, I just want you because I bake, so I bring banana bread with me. I bring fruit cocktails and tea.
Man.
So somebody just hit me up to say, if I don't have enough for everyone, I should put my snack away.
Oh yeah,
That's not gonna happen.
I am with D. No, Nick, you don't understand. When we started this podcast, every damn broadcast, he was eating something. And he just kept it going with that, and I'm like, dude, I'm like a hardcore radio guy, so to me, it's nasty to hear you eating when I'm trying to talk to you.
Now that's all I'm going to be hearing.
Yeah. But hey, it's Louis' show. He wants to put nuts and berries in his mouth while we're talking. I'm good with it.
Mail some down to us.
I love banana bread.
I gotta ask Nick a question. Nick, what would you say have been your biggest life lesson that you'd like to share?
The biggest for me, I think, has been that you never really get another chance. Every time you get an opportunity, and I'm not even talking about the big stuff, but just to be present, to be yourself and to be authentic. And I feel like I learned a little bit later, like you guys were talking about earlier about like how much you care about what people think about you, or, what is that we all have this, nagging anxiety sometimes, and I now that feel that as I've gotten older and look back, there's all the times I wish I could have been more myself at times, or more present, you know what I mean? And I think that's made like all the difference as I've gotten older. But I think part of that's also, when you have children, you just suddenly there's something else to focus on, because it's always been you, and then you get into this business and it's you are your product and everything's mashed together. And, you're always putting so many things on hold in life. You're missing funerals, you're missing, weddings and stuff because you have a project and you're doing this and that, and life's happening. And you just got to start. I think we wait around for so much. There's so many of our colleagues that, and I do the same, where you held on to life and waited to live and waited to go on that trip to do those things because of, I got to be here for this audition, or I have to be here in case this movie's going, and to realize that, well, I can't have a full life on screen unless I'm having a full life, unless I'm living and I'm out there doing things with my family, and being out there, being authentic in the world, being a singular you, because that's what people want to see anyway, is, they want to see, when you're on screen, we watch you, Louis, because you're Louis, like no one does what you do. That's you, and you put a bit of you into every part. And that's what we come back to see. And that's because you're the only person who can do that. And it's not even how we look, it's how we are. And once you kind of tune into that idea that, oh yeah, I am something unique, and this is enough. So you can start bringing yourself in there, and you don't have to disappear into everything. And not everybody's going to be Daniel Day-Lewis,
Which, by the way, talking to Daniel Day-Lewis, one time I went to see the screening of Hotel Rwanda with Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
And so I was at the premiere, and I get a text and say, "Yo, Papo, what's up? I'm right behind you." And I turn around and it's Paul Thomas Anderson. And so I text him back, "Yo, we'll hang out afterwards." We're hanging out. He's hanging out with this guy. I don't know who the guy is. we walked 21 blocks to the Whitney Museum. And, at the Whitney, I go and I got a plate full of shrimp. I'm offering this guy all this stuff. Really cool dude. And so at the end of the night, we were going to go hang out with Don Cheeto at his spot. And so I asked him, yo, bro, you want to hang out tonight? Cool, man. I got stuff to do tomorrow. Cool. Boom. So the guy leaves, and I go, yo, Paul, that guy, right? He's a rocker, right? Like he's one of the Rolling Stones, right? And Paul goes, are you bullshitting me? You don't know who that is? Is that, you got a rocker? I said, bro, that's Daniel Day-Lewis. I had no clue.
That happens a lot with Louis, by the way.
I'll say weed, I was telling him all these jokes and everything. Had no clue. He was a cool guy, though.
He is. I got to meet him through you during the There Will Be Blood premiere. Dude is so casual that during the premiere they had the after party, SNL cast, all these people there, and Daniel Day-Lewis is sitting in a little corner by himself over there. And I went to hang out with him, and I asked him, "What do you do on your time off?" And he told me that he makes shoes. Yeah, because he doesn't
he's
work.
a cobbler. That's right.
Yeah, he really doesn't work all the time like a lot of actors. He does maybe a movie or two every other year.
Retiring too, which.
But guy's amazing, and in real life, really humble, down to earth brother. When he told me he was a cobbler, I was like, "You shit me?" He's like, "Nope, that's what I do. I make shoes."
Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, he's an obvious favorite too. You were asking earlier.
Yo, Marty end up there.
No, I think that's Rocky, right, Aggie?
Yeah, that does look like Marty.
Marty,
you guys
San Antonio. Damn.
Dang, Marty, must be tired.
Yo, Marty, don't fuck around.
Nick, how did we meet?
Man, that's what I was thinking back. I don't know. I mean, I've been in a lot of places with you, and we've met up. But I think maybe the first time may have been David Ortiz, but not the baseball player.
No, wasn't David Ortiz? Was way before that.
Man, I'm not sure.
Wow, David Ortiz.
I should remember, but I remember being like, holy shit, that's Luis Guzman. Like I am right now, by the way. I'm sorry, Bob. I've been around you a lot of times, but I've never been able to really say, geek out on you or anything. So I am right now.
You want my shirt, Nick?
Yeah, I was like, so cool. I'm around him like it's normal. Like, hey, Louis, yeah.
Yeah, no. No, let me tell you, brother. I'm really happy for you, and I'm really proud of you for what you've done and what you continue to do. And I hear you have a family now, and your daughter was swimming in the pool and things like that. So,
it's all good, man. It's good.
Go ahead, Jackie.
I'm curious to know about this new project that you're executive producing. I saw.
Oh yeah.
Something in the trades about it. I'm just curious to know how it came about, what it's about, what kind of role.
The funniest thing about that is that I think it's the way the headline is written. It makes it look like I'm executive producing it. It's just announcing that I'm with Lucy Hale, playing opposite her, who she is executive producing. And so a lot of people are like, hey, congratulations. And I've never gotten more scripts and hey, I'm availables from friends and people I haven't talked to in a long time. Everybody was coming out of the woodwork. I've got a unit publicist evidently, and I haven't had to break it to everybody yet. I've just been a little busy to let them know that I don't make any of the decisions on that one. But it's a really great little film that came about. We were supposed to shoot in April, before the pandemic, and now everything is the way it is, and they're one of the early ones that are trying to come back. And Louis, I don't know if you were waiting on any projects to get going, but it just keeps pushing. Everything just keeps pushing because they're trying to match protocols with location and trying to figure out all the logistics and quarantines.
It's a whole different world now. Yesterday they had a whole thing with SAG that I watch talking about the protocol. So basically, all the unions and the Teamsters have all gotten together to create, a series of protocols. Because each individual entity cannot have their own protocol because one affects the other. So they all came together and they said, let's make all the protocols together so it's one book and not 17 books of protocol.
Right.
So
and then also managing internationally.
Right. So I think it's still going to be a while till they can figure some stuff out. I think things will be doable. I think we will be able to go back to work. I just think it's going to be, the conditions are going to be different.
Did you hear that SWAT is already back?
Okay.
They started up. Yeah, I think that came out today or yesterday.
Are they shooting in? Where did they shoot that?
I think they're in LA.
Okay.
Which surprising.
Curious to know how they're doing that. Like, I'm very.
Yeah, guys, I wanted to say we have Missy here with us.
Hi.
So say hi, Missy.
Hi, Missy.
Missy wants to speak to Nick. She has a question for Nick.
You have a question?
Yeah, kind of. So I'm a Costa Rican. And
pura vida.
Hola.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
So I'm kind of
Una
confusing
tica.
una tica. Una chinita tica.
No, pero tú no puedes hablar español también. We're good.
Muy good.
So
no, they
I'm
used to
kind
say
of-
when they're 100% vagabundo.
Vagabundo?
That's what they used to say that in Costa Rica back in the 1920s when I was there. But,
You were back then? Oh, Papa.
Welcome back one day.
Somebody that was back there back then.
So Missy, ask us what's going on.
Okay, so I'm kind of confusing of my nationality
Okay.
because with my face and with my passport. So I want to ask like Nick how he identify himself like I don't know, because he always saying he's like a Mexican or American. I don't know. Yeah.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think I grew up in Texas. It depends on where I am, but I'm Tejano. It's kind of a Mexican from Texas. It's its own kind of, there's a little cowboy, there's barbecue, there's Texas, which is just on its own planet, and then I have, family from Mexico and that's, the majority of me. So we sometimes say, yeah, I'm Mexican. That's, in the States, sometimes we say that, but if you ask any Mexican, they'll be like, he's gringo, which is the word we'd say for a white guy. So that's the funniest thing is, and I think that's also, we're not a monolith, when we say we're Latino, right? Or Latinx, we have so many different representations, even just on this, call right now in this podcast, we're represented so differently here. And it gets increasingly hard to kind of, because when you talk to a Mexican, you say, are you Latino? They're like, no, I'm Mexican. I got my country. So it's different, for so many of us that have come in all these different waves and different generations coming in and looking for an identity, and I think that's also, we just have so many different cultures, not one, but Mexican, American, Mexican, Tejano.
I just want to add to that for us, that's the equivalent of a New Yorican.
Right.
So, yeah. So we all within, be it Puerto Rican, be it Mexican, Cubano, Costa Rican, Panameño, Colombiano, there's always that, like I said, Tejano, New Yorican. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have issues when I have to I am on. When well, he's looking at me like, are you on? I always have issues because look at me. Pero la gente se queda bien loco cuando empieza a hablar mi español puertorriqueño porque dicen, ¿de dónde diamontres está saliendo eso de esa niña? And then, like,
that sounds like a little Italian dollop on the end.
I'll be like, no, you didn't.
But I do sometimes have an identity crisis because, like, when I'm filling out applications, they're like, what are you? I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm white, but there's usually not a but. Some nowadays they are getting better with that, and they're like, okay, white, Hispanic, white, this, white, that. But at first it was like, okay, yeah, I have to put I'm white because like generally speaking, if I were to do something and somebody's like, oh yeah, that white lady, that's what they're going to say.
You want to make sure they can identify you.
Exactly,
for a crime?
but
Right.
Well, they got to know I'm white in
Like,
case they're looking for me.
right. So, but then also I'm like, well, I'm not totally white, So I
What are
totally
you?
get that. Well,
I don't know.
my German, Irish, Puerto Rican.
Okay.
I was gonna say because your last name doesn't sound Puerto Rican, or does it
I know.
sound-
At all.
Our first name is
How did that happen?
Cristina.
Well, both my
The
parents
first
are from
name
New
sounds
York,
Puerto Rican to me, Cristina.
But then the last name,
but yeah, both of my
Right,
parents
exactly.
were born in New York, but my dad's family were German Irish, and then my mom's family are straight from Puerto Rico. So, and then I learned the language only because I actually moved there. My mom moved us when I was about 8 years old, and I was forced to learn Spanish because I knew nothing, and I'm sitting in school. And then at home, after 8 hours at home, mom would be leyendo la cartilla fonética. Mi mamá me mima. Yo mimo a mi mamá. And that's how I learned how to speak Spanish because it was just forced. It was, I
You
had
have
to.
really good sharp enunciation too.
It's funny because I learned Spanish from Telemundo, el Canal 47, aquí en, what was it? In Hackensack, New Jersey. Telemundo.
Yeah, it didn't take as well for me.
Yeah, you didn't get into the whole Spanish thing.
No, I love. Are you kidding me? I just wish, I always wish I was better. Louis, you did Narcos. How was that experience
Yeah,
for you?
that was a great show.
How was that experience for you with Spanish?
Well, we were based out of Bogota. It was a great experience because we had such a great cast of people. I really dug the production crew that worked on there. It was different. It was different, but you know what? We plowed through it. We got it done. But what I was most excited and happy about was my relationship with the rest of my cast and stuff like that. It was cool. And Colombia, I love Colombia. Used to go freaking dancing all the time.
Bogota is an amazing city. You get out? Did you get out to Andres Carne de Res out in Chia?
No.
Crazy restaurant outside town. Yeah,
No.
incredible place.
What I would do is I would have one of the guys on the production team go to like a bar and stuff that had a DJ, and like give the guy some money, so that I could DJ for like an hour and a half.
That is awesome.
And then we went into this one spot, and the guy like looked at me. He goes, nah. So we go, okay, fuck it. So we start walking out. Looked like one of the other guys told, yo, you don't know what that, they got into that whole shit. The guy's chasing us down the block. No, ven pa' acá, mi hermano, perdona. And I said, nah, bro, you get one chance. Bye. Yeah. But I love Colombia. I love the people. I didn't care too much for like Bogota, because Bogota is a clusterfuck when it comes to traffic and the air pollution. And, but the countryside was beautiful. Medellin, Santa Maria,
Cali,
all those, Cali, and Cartagena. Oh man, dude!
Wow!
I could live in Cartagena right now.
I mean, if you walked around Cartagena, people would flip their shit. So I mean, I imagine it's.
I hung
pretty
out
much
there.
feel like the mayor of
I
that
hung out
place.
there for 2 fucking weeks, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I imagine you're the mayor of that joint.
Now
It's
you
such a
both
cool city.
you were both in Narcos, but you were in Narcos. Which one? Because there's several Narcos that there.
Mine was the 3rd season.
Okay, you were in the 3rd season.
I did
The first one.
the first season.
I know that I stopped watching it after Louis died.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
So good,
It's only
man.
been 3 seasons so far, but it's a really good show. We also
it is
have
a great cast too.
He's
He's right. Juan Pablo Raba was, he's the best. He's good guys.
We have Frank's coming on board with us now. Frank, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, family? How are you doing? Casper, family. Louis, Casper,
What's up,
miss
Frank?
you, Louis, miss you. Hi, guys. It's been a long time.
This is my compadre from the Lower East Side of New York City.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
You know, and
Is Debbie in the house?
Debbie's
Debbie,
right here.
Debbie.
so
Nick, this is Louis' family from the Lower East Side, man.
Hola.
Pleasure to meet everybody.
What's up,
Congratulations
Debbie?
on the podcast, Casper, and everybody.
What's your question?
Hey, there's
Wait. You got a question for Nick, for Louis, for me, for Jackie, for
No,
Christina?
Louis said he got one for me real quick, so shoot.
Oh,
I mean,
I got a question for you.
Sure,
so,
sure.
You know, like when Debbie's like at work and stuff like that, you know, like how many times you get texts from your girls while she's at work?
Oh, snap. Shouting him out.
You know how many texts I get? I might get 3 or 4 a day.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
The only person he better be texting is Jake from State Farm, the low out car insurance.
What are you wearing, Jay?
Khakis.
Now I got my goddaughter, Layla, Anaya, and Taisha. You know who they are, Louis. Yeah, those are. We FaceTime at least 3 or 4 times a day, especially
Okay,
since.
so Frank.
Yo, shoot.
Okay, enough personal information. Do you have a question for Nick? Debbie, do you have a question for Nick?
I have a question for Nick.
Not really. You have questions? I'm sorry, Nick.
No,
I'm sorry, Nick.
I wasn't aware we were doing a Q&A.
Yeah, exactly.
We came on to support the show.
Okay, wait up.
Louis, hold on. Louis, let me show you my shirt.
Oh,
I got a question
Can you see my shirt?
Frank.
Got you, go.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Wepa.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's funny. Debbie's got a Louis shirt. Christina's
so
got
you know who's the closest to her heart?
I didn't get the
Frank,
memo.
put the shirt down. So Frank, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Frank, have you ever been hit on by a guy?
Never.
Yeah, he's lying. Who? Louis.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? You know what?
I love how Debbie's petty.
That's right. Tell the story.
We went to the restaurant.
Have you ever been hit on by a guy, Frank?
Yeah. He has. You.
Huh?
You.
So he
Holding
says
hands, running down the street on the west side when we came from the restaurant, skipping on the village. Y'all were holding hands, skipping down the street, left me behind. Yeah, y'all too.
Okay. How did that make you feel, Frank?
How did it make me feel?
Yeah.
A little crazy. Because
okay, thank you, Frank and Debbie. Yay!
No, but do you remember that night? That night that happened, and we walked all the way to your house. But we was on Essex Street, and there was the what was it? The comedy store.
The comedy lounge.
There was a comedy lounge there, and we went. You said, "Come on, we gonna go in." And we went in, and I guess it was the assistant manager. She asked what you said. Oh no, I want to do a little comedy. And she said, "Who are you?"
And then we walked out.
And we walked out.
And then the other guy came running behind you and said, "No, that's Louis Guzman. Get him back. Get him back." You said you lost your chance.
Yep. And then we went to a baby shower.
True story.
Yeah.
And then we went to a baby shower right after that.
And then we crashed the baby shower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. So
All right.
Thank you, guys.
We love you guys. Stay safe in the LES.
Thanks for the question. Thanks for the question.
Oh man,
that's so real. That's so real.
No,
I don't really have a
that's
question.
Not really.
She's like, who
That's what I
the fuck
expect
is
from
that?
friends from San Antonio to do. I don't have a question. Just say, hey, what's up?
So Nick,
I don't have a question, but Louis hit on that.
have you ever been hit on by a guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell
It
us
was
how
this
that
one
went?
time. No.
Okay, how did that go?
Which one?
The one time.
That one time. you know, I mean, it's never been anything that I've taken anything other than a compliment or just seeing someone showing interest. So, I mean, this is what it stands out to me. I never got like weirded out about anything, you know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just a fair question.
Louis got some really weird questions tonight. He's been asking every one of us if we've ever been hit by a guy.
Have you answered that?
Why haven't I been asked that question, Louis?
Huh?
Why haven't you asked me that question?
I asked you that question already.
Not to me or to Jackie. I don't think you asked Jackie if we've ever been hit on by a guy.
Christina, have you ever been hit on by another woman?
Yes.
She's surprised at her own answer. Oh shit! Yes, I have.
Okay, so we've all had the experience. And what was your experience like?
Well, a lot of you guys are like, oh, it was weird and stuff. Yeah, it was weird, but at the same time, it's kind of like flattering. You're like, oh, thank you, but no.
Did you tell your story, Louis?
Huh?
Louis told his story, but it was boring as shit.
Yeah, but I get hit on all the time, bro. When I go to the neighborhood, it's like I get hit for like $20 here. I get hit for like, yo, when can you put me one of your movies like that? But in all fairness, one time I was in Miami at a club. I went with this girl. I did not know it was a gay club. I'm dancing with this girl. You know, I just want to dance. So the music is where my focus is and the girl, right? Next thing I know, I feel like somebody like pinching my ass. I go, what the fuck is that? So I start dancing. That's another pinch. I said, oh shit. So I turn around and I'm short already. And then I got a guy like 4'8" with high heels on. And he starts like dancing with me, and I go, no. That's with my girl. Okay. So I turn around. He pinches me in the ass again. I turn around. I go, Papo, come on, man. All right. I'm not that into you. So I turn around. I feel the pinch. I grab his finger. I turn it. I
pull it out.
I hear the scream.
And a fart afterwards.
Which I did.
Wow.
I'm okay. Listen, man. Listen. I'm okay. Just you can't come into my personal space. If you're not invited, you can't come. Sorry.
Yeah, well, pinching your ass is definitely inside your space, inside you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Several times.
There's one thing about being hit on. There's one thing about being, groped.
Right.
Of course.
Being touched and stuff like that. So that's a violation. So
that goes both ways.
Don't forget, people, there's more Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show right after this.
He only speaks to his family on Zoom. When somebody coughs, he calls the police. When he goes to the grocery store, he wears a full hazmat suit. He wears a mask during lovemaking, again via Zoom. He is the most socially distanced man in the world.
I don't always social distance. Just kidding. Yes, I do. Stay apart, my friends.
Coming up in the news. According to a new study, riding your bike to work can help you get physically fit. The study was conducted by the Institute for the Study of Things Everyone Already Knows. Their other studies show that eating less helps you lose weight, that getting a good night's sleep leaves you feeling well rested, and that studies like these make people go, well, duh. Meanwhile, the Institute just received a $10 million grant to do a study to see if it gets dark when the sun goes down. This and more later today.
One of them is famous. The other one is only known by his mother. The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show.
Nick, what was the last book that you read?
Last good book I read, The Things They Carried. It's this incredible book that I think a lot of people read in high school. I never had heard of it. And it's this one man's account who later became a journalist and writer of Vietnam and the men that he served with. And it's all told through the things that they carried. You know, I mean, just the way it starts off, describing everything that a normal infantryman, a grunt, would have in his bag and what he was issued, and he goes into every detail because he lived it. And there's the things you can't talk about, and he talks about them, and it's so deep. I got on the phone with my dad, who's a Vietnam vet, and I just said, just listen to this. And I read him the opening, and he said, I'm sitting here with chills right now. And it just brought back so many memories. And because the guy talks about everything that was issued to a soldier, you know, the soldier essentially starts naked and then is given, you know, he described the names of the name of them, and like, you know, and the way they felt on your body and the way they soaked up the jungle, you know, and all those little details that come alive. And it's just such a beautiful story of something that was obviously not beautiful. And it's just that it's so moving, and to share that with my dad, I immediately sent him the book, and he was just said, I can't put this thing down. So I could recommend that one. The Things They Carried.
Wow.
Was good.
Well, I'm sold. I definitely want to read it. Definitely. My dad was a Vietnam vet too, so I that sounds very cool.
Nick, did the book have pictures?
That's actually a good question. Because I would have liked it too, but I think I bought a really cheap version on Amazon, because, you know, a lot of books you couldn't even find initially in the beginning of quarantine. But I think there could be.
What's the name of the book? Someone's asking again.
The Things They Carried. I'm trying to remember the author's name, but it's called The Things They Carried.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
How about you? Have you had a good one lately?
Yeah, I read this book right here.
The Bible.
And it's called 5 Midnights, and it's by Anne Navidad Cardenal.
Is that sci-fi?
It's let me ask you something. In Tejano culture, do you guys ever hear of El Cuco?
They know La Llorona.
La Llorona and El Cucuy.
El Cucuy.
Right. El Cucuy is their version of El Cuco.
So this book is written about these teenagers in Puerto Rico, and so they have the spell of El Cuco. So, you know, yeah. So okay, so
is it movie worthy?
No, it's good with a joint.
Yeah, I know.
Someone's already got the rights.
I know the author of it. She wrote another book, and then I just started to read this book right here. Boom.
House on Henry Street.
So just so you know, brother, I used to work at Henry Street. It was a settlement house. That's where I was a social worker there for a few years. And
I remember reading that.
Yeah, it just came out. It's called
No,
House
I mean,
on Henry Street.
Your time spent there. I mean, about you were a social worker. I said I remember reading that. That was amazing.
The only thing I'm looking at here, and I think I'm a little sorry about this, with a foreword by Bill Clinton.
I saw that. Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting choice.
He never even came to Henry Street Settlement, I think. He never said hi to me.
Right. And yeah, here he is on the book. By the way, the Things They Carried, Tim O'Brien, the author.
Tim O'Brien.
So check out the book. I just looked it up.
To some people, I think it's as known as The Outsider. Oh, really?
Narrated by Bryan Cranston. If you get the audio.
Yeah, the audio.
I bet that's incredible.
Oh, with Bryan Cranston, that's pretty awesome.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, I love
I'm
reading.
eating, okay? I'm eating, Casper.
You see this shit, Nick? This is the shit I gotta put up with every week, bro. Every week.
Guys, can I ask Nick a question before we?
No, what are you gonna do?
No,
I've been sitting patient. Give me a break. What advice would you give to a strapping young fellow like myself that wants to get into the movies as the bad guy?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think you have a big future ahead of you.
Too much?
So with the floating head already I'm raving.
Nick.
You look like a floating head right now.
Okay. Bye, Gustavo. I'm sorry. Nick.
Yeah.
That was
Nick,
crazy.
I have the better question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Barbara Walters.
Thank you, Casper.
I'm just starting to come down so I can be human again. Sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Where was I for the past hour?
Words of encouragement to the Latin nation.
Hey. No pressure.
Well, I mean, there's definitely no way but up, you know. I feel like there's honestly still a time coming in some ways, you know. But I don't think it's something that's given. Not that it ever has been, and I think people are fighting really hard for it. But I feel unity everywhere, and every person you talk to in the community, and that's one of the biggest things. And I think it's never been more present than now, even when we're literally kept apart. But I don't think I think there's a lot of unprecedented times ahead, much like we've already seen. Things that we just never thought would happen are already happening, and it's these are the most encouraging words, but they're more of how I feel about it, honestly, because I think for so long, whether it's Latinos in entertainment, you know, I don't want to just take it there, but that's what I can, you know, at least readily speak on is I've been having some of the same conversations since I got into business. I've been in a panel back when I was doing Resurrection Boulevard is the same questions I'm being asked when I'm in a panel for The Good Doctor all these years later and saying, what do you think about the state of Latinos in Hollywood? And, but if I'm ever more inspired by anything, it's that there's so many singular stories out there that are now people are accepting as universal. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched I May Destroy You, the TV show. It's on HBO. Like, absolutely incredible singular voice and something so specific. And she created it, you know, writing it and starring in it, you know. And I think that there's a future there. And if we can continue, we just need to bring up writers and producers. And it's not only about just because people are already there given the chance. It's like, you know, you still have to work hard, you know, you still have to, people I think come in and go, hey, you know, we should work together. And just because we're, you know, simpatico or we're Latino or, you know, and it's like you want, and then you got to come to work because we don't get a lot of chances, you know?
Yep. Put in the work.
So then we got to work hard and we're going to get it. I don't want to go and do something if it's just, you know, a half-ass or you're still throwing the same thing up against the wall. Let's create. Let's tell our stories the way we want to tell them, because I think they're still through other people's lenses. You know, they're through another lens of, you know, the Great White Savior or something like that. You know, one of those stories where we teach a bunch of kids how to, you know, golf or something. And, you know, we got to tell our stories. And I think that's where the big difference is, and not trying to fit into what we think they want to see or what's in the market, and why we continue to play some of the same characters, because that's where we fit, because it's still through the same lens.
I could not thank you enough for that answer. Yep. That's what I've been advocating for so many years. And it's good to hear it from someone like you. And speaking for the two of us, if I may, I'm sure there are many other of our people out there that echo the same thing, you know, because like I said, and you said just now, we have so many incredible, beautiful, mind-blowing singular stories, you know, that can be told through our lenses, you know,
our perspective, you know, not what they, you know, it's already what's established there. We think, you know, let's do the same they're doing, but us, you know, and it's like, well, why not have our culture displayed, you know? And that's the difficult part. And I think African-American community has been, you know, has really run with that for sure. You know, I mean, American culture is Black culture, you know, in so many ways. And we fit in where they want us at times, you know. There was a funny thing. I did this animated series called Border Town, and my character was welcoming people through a tunnel into Mexifornia, and he goes, welcome to America, where they love our food but hate you.
It's so true.
You know, like the cherry pick culture, and so it's you know, that's why I say I think authenticity and not trying to fit into someone else's world, realizing, I mean, we're not a minority anymore. It's not, never were.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but
stories people tell you to just break everybody up by all these races. Like you said, you didn't know what you were, but it's just all ways to divide us. You know, like we start who's Hispanic, the Chicano, Latino, and the different reasons why the government gave us those names and what we do with them. I'm just done with it, and it's still very much a part, I know, of our industry, but things are changing. I don't know if you've seen, you probably don't get like the same sort of audition sheets I get, Liz, but they'll be like, in the sense that, I mean, you probably offered the stuff, but I'll get like an audition that'll say, identifies as male, that's now how you say it. It doesn't say male, 35, 40, that's how you say it. That's now just the standard. So it's like, and I didn't know that until like this post-COVID, the movement that's been happening and people now being very sensitive to that.
Well, I got a funny story I gotta tell you. It's like when I get phone calls from like some of my boys that go on an audition and they call, yo, bro, you won't believe what the breakdown said. A young Louis Guzman. And I go, a young Louis Guzman? Yo, fuck that. I call my manager. Yo, just tell them to give me the fucking part. They don't need to get it.
Exactly. Makeup.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we have Allison on with us right now. Gustavo, put in Allison. Let's see. We have one more question and we're wrapping this up. Hello.
Hi. Oh my god. So I would like to ask is there any like your favorite I'm obviously like question like of the Good Doctor for Nick, is there any like specific like the Melendez moment your favorite?
Is there any specific what?
The Melendez moment that you're like your favorite
Melendez moment. Oh man. The guy that just can't remember anything tonight. I had a lot of I think it was honestly even the pilot. I think it was there's a scene that's not even in the first season. Actually no. It is in it. Sorry, but it's the first scene you see between me and Dr. Claire Brown when I walk in and ask her about this particular file, and we have a whole exchange and then a wink. And I think it was the part where Melendez first kind of came together for me when I really felt it, and our director, Seth Gordon, did an amazing job, I think, also of really kind of giving that permission to get in there and play around with it a little bit more. That was probably like the defining for me.
How about any specific Melendez moment?
All the moments with Christina were really amazing. Working with her we always had a good time. I mean, anytime we were on set, there's just certain people that when you're getting on set, all day, because it's not always fun, not always glamorous, it's not glamorous at all, but meaning that what the job is to, it's work at times, but when there's certain people, it doesn't feel like it, and she was always that person for a lot of people, on set, and she is, because she's just so fun to be around, really funny sense of humor, kind of matches my own at times. And so I think a lot of the moments where we're working on our own, I think were nice, because that was the first time you see a lot more of us outside of the hospital. So, I think that's sometimes actors' favorite parts, when we get to delve into their back life, and we didn't get to do a lot of cases together anyway, so.
Now, let me ask you something. Louis played a nurse in Cold Black named Mama, and you played Dr. Melendez in The Good Doctor. You guys ever think you would like pair up and do Mama and Melendez, like, a buddy kind of show?
We're both tough teachers, though. I know that. Mama's tough, but she loved you.
I want to say this, but every doctor needs a good nurse. I'm leaving it right there.
I work in the healthcare industry. I've been in the healthcare industry for over 20 years between doctors' offices and hospitals, and absolutely nurses are doctors, right hand, right foot, left foot, right ear, left ear. I mean, nurses are tremendous to everything related to that. Yeah, absolutely.
My brother's a surgeon, and he told me, he said they're the only ones who know how to do everything. So especially when you turn to the nurse and be like, what am I supposed to? Oh yeah, okay. They know, because they know it all.
Yeah, shout out to my brother and sister-in-law who are both RNs.
I am willing to do something with you along those lines, Nick. Okay.
Oh, so there might be a Momma Melendez.
Yeah. Nick, I wanted to thank you for spending this beautiful, wonderful time. I love your words, brother. I love your energy, and everything that you have shared with us. Thank you so much for coming on behalf of all of us. Please continue to do your thing and enjoy your family.
Yes, that cute little girl.
Yeah. And again, Papa, my blessings to you, and till we can hug again, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. You're always so fun to be around, man. You always bring the energy and all the light. And Casper, man, we didn't even talk about the time we worked together and getting to know you. And here we are all these years later, man, and it still feels the same, And,
igual, hermano.
And our boy Cisneros says hello.
Andy. I watch him on Instagram all the time, and his kid, and it's crazy meeting him on the set, and they got together from then, and still around, hanging out with us. Little familia, man. We're still here.
Yeah, and that movie was that was a Latino perspective, about them flash hits. Remember, it's all about those shoes. My agent read these, and he goes, "I just don't think anybody's going to care about a pair of shoes." And I was like, "Well, tell them I'll do it." And it's our stories, man. It's our stories. Continue telling them, guys. Louis, I can't even begin to say thank you to you, and I'm in awe of you, brother. You're actually one of my favorites, and it's been an honor to even share this screen with you. So I hope to do it again.
Thank you, Papi. God bless, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you, and Jackie.
Bye, Nick.
Bye, guys.
Later, guys. And I want to thank everyone here on the Facebook Live, all the people that were asking questions, everyone involved.
Stop thanking people. Casper, Jackie.
Yeah.
Tell us about some women stuff that's going on right now.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going anywhere.
What do you mean by that?
I know the way he threw it. No, let's talk a little about, first, of course, thank Nicholas Gonzales. Thank everyone who's been asking questions, everyone who got on board and were part of the show tonight. We want to talk a little about Mujeres in Media. Talk to us a little about the segment that's going to be here on the Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show. Some of the people that you're going to be interviewing, it could be anything from lawyers to video game developers.
Tell it.
All right. While Louis stuff his mouth.
Women stuff.
Casper's mansplaining. Casper's mansplaining right now.
Anyway, Jackie, please continue.
So yes, Mujeres in Media, which is Mujeres in English is women. Mujeres in Media is a segment that I want to do, which I discussed with Casper, and Casper was so gracious to give me the name. He's a genius with names, I guess, because he just came up with it, and I was like, oh my God, I love it. But Mujeres in Media is a segment that I'm dedicating to women in media who I don't feel are getting enough shine. Anything from agents to managers to actors to DPs to crew people to lawyers to anybody who works in or around or is affiliated with media, which could potentially be anyone. So if you are one of those women watching this show right now and you want to potentially be on the segment, feel free to reach out to me at my Instagram, which is @ Jackie Quiñónes _ I check my Instagram messages regularly. But I'm very honored, and thank you guys so much for allowing me, the opportunity to do this. I do feel like women are not, and their work is not highlighted enough, particularly Latina females, although this is not just Latina females, this is all women. And I'm a huge champion for my Mujeres in Media. So I'm very excited about being able to bring that to the table. So thank you. And I hope everybody out there that's watching this right now will definitely tune in because it will
Gustavo,
be on the podcast.
you put up our Instagram, Jamie, whatever, what's your Instagram again, Jackie, please?
It's
this is not HSN.
_ Jackie Quiñónes _ Very simple. JACKIE.
Maybe Gustavo don't know how to type that, bendito.
Or you know what? Just go to Mujeres in Media. @ Mujeres.
Oh, there you go, right there.
There you go. That's
okay.
the show's Instagram.
And Jackie, I love Queens.
After all that crap
You're
he talked
talking
about
about me,
Queens.
right? I'm the queen you're talking about?
Oh,
I was born in Queens.
That's right.
So that makes
You was born in Queens?
Yeah. That's what my birth certificate says.
Aw, that's so sweet of you, Louis.
Louis, I love you.
Is it Rikers Island in Queens?
No.
No. Rikers Island is on an island.
It's true.
Where is Rikers Island? I don't know. All I know is that I used to pick up the phone sometimes when I was joking around and I'd be like, Rikers Island, which inmate would you like to speak to? And people would be like, hello? That's all I know. I don't know where Rikers Island is.
Yeah, Rikers Island is right off the Bronx there by on the East River.
Okay. All right.
You see, and you know what? We're both right and wrong because it says it's between the Bronx and Queens.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
You see, Louis, I read stuff, but the stuff that I read is not a book, so
It's not books.
Okay. So hey, Michael, I wanna thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
I want to thank Jackie
You're
for hanging out.
Thank you guys for having me. So much fun.
Yes,
Christina, I want to thank you, especially for the T-shirt.
Yes.
Oh,
My love for Louis.
Where's
My
mine?
love.
I need a shirt. I
right?
didn't get the memo.
You didn't get a Louis Guzman T-shirt.
Jackie, text me your address, and we'll make sure it happens.
Oh, you're part of the official crew.
But no, listen, everybody out there. I just want to say a quick few things before we go here, and they are as follows. To my gente in Puerto Rico, we know you're dealing with the aftermath of this huracán that just happened. So kind of look out for each other, por favor. And again, in Puerto Rico, listen, el virus, there's corona, there's COVID-19 en la isla, es algo serio. I'm hearing, people just want to go about their lives in Puerto Rico. I get that. I respect that. But we have to take much better care of ourselves, of our salud. And also the blackout happening out there. We spoke about that a little earlier. And just so you know, we need better leadership in there that have a better vision for our people, for that island. And because obviously they don't have that together. I have ideas. So anybody want to talk to me, I'm available.
Gobernador Louis Guzman.
Vota por Louis Guzman.
I'm leaving it right there. I'm leaving it right there.
And then we got to do a little jingle. Por Louis, votamos por Louis.
You never know.
You never know. I endorse Louis Guzman for any political position anywhere. I would.
All right. Thank you, Gustavo. That means so much to me. And I want to make sure that you are the minister of education and culture.
Oh, we are so far.
I love it. We're gonna change. We're gonna change the minds of the young people. Watch.
Yeah. Okay, bro.
Okay, you go change the minds, and I'll go nurture.
I love it.
Okay.
A brain is a terrible thing to waste.
So Casper, you want to close it out for us, brother?
Yeah, man. I'm good. I really do want to thank everyone that came on board tonight. I say that all the time, and you always shut me down. I just don't know what else to say except that I love you. I love Jackie. I love my Marty. I love Christina.
I love you too, honey.
Papito.
Mira, Casper, I'll leave you with this, bro.
That's too funny.
Mira, Casper, go down, mira.
See, it's there.
It goes on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're doing it backwards. We're doing it backwards, dude. We got together. We bought the house. Eventually, we're gonna get married, and we have a little doggy.
And I'll have a favor to ask you.
Okay.
What happened?
I have a favor to ask Louis, but
okay.
once this happens, I'll ask Louis the favor.
Well, no, ask him now. Ask him now. I
will make your dress. Don't worry about it. It's done. I will make the dress.
No, I hear that you officiate.
I do that too. I do that.
Really?
Mira.
And he needs a best man also, so it would be like dual duty, best man / officiator. If
Casper's like, why are you picking my best man for me?
No, that's awesome. No, I would love Louis to be the best. Hey, you're invited to the wedding, Jackie.
Absolutely.
So, hey.
You guys out there in the world, you should know that I do officiate weddings.
All right, so then it's official.
Yeah, so once this happens
and I do take donations.
Absolutely.
Okay, so everyone heard it here. Louis said he would officiate once there's a ring on this finger.
Oh.
You're back out now.
I'm all good. I'm in.
Gustavo, you got it recorded, right?
You know that my wife and I are actually going to get married again for our 10-year anniversary. Louis, would you officiate?
Damn.
You know, you're fucking up my chances, Gustavo. What's up, bro?
Oye, hold on. Gustavo, come back, Gustavo.
I'm here.
When and where?
I love it. I'll let you know. We're at 8 years right now. We got 2 years for that, so we got some time.
I can
we
go
got some
first.
time. We got
I
some
can have
time.
it first. Okay.
Because I want to say you have to send a plane to pick me up.
All that. Hotel, Uber, you name it.
Well, Louis knows he has a Harry Potter guest room right here, so that's all I can do.
All right, my people. So my people out there in the world, stay safe, stay beautiful, stay healthy. Don't forget to tell your kids you love them. You know, don't forget about your moms. Don't forget about pops. Danielle G, I love you. My love to the family. And again, we'll see you guys next week.
Can you say hi to my mom?
Casper, Christina.
What was that?
I want Louis to say hi to my mom because she just had surgery today and she really wanted to watch the show, but she's a little loopy on meds.
Aww.
So if Louis could say speedy recovery to Mama Isis.
Oh yeah, Mama, I want some of what you got. No, listen, I send you mis bendiciones. May you recover well. Paciencia y fe. And besos. Okay?
Mucho amor.
Oh yeah, do the Walter Mercado thing.
Mucho.
Amor.